There you go. Now you should hear something. I apologize. The software updated. I haven't used it for a couple months here, and there you go. Hello, Sanji. Hello, everybody. Thank you for being here. Awesome. Appreciate the subscribes. All right. I'm going to review some emails as it has questions, but honestly, add them in here as well. I appreciate that, but I am closer to 43. Right. I do want to give you guys education of what you need. And I'm going to do this a handful of times. I apologize, though. I have some traveling to do, so I know this time frame is not great for everybody, but I'm going to do as many of these as we need till everybody's comfortable and knows what to do. So, so I had one, and again, type in the chat if you guys have questions, and we can always come back, circle around. Just realize that there is a delay from what I'm saying and seeing of you guys chat, so just have a little patience. So I have one here. Somebody was asking about directive to unlock T5s. Oops, sorry. Slow down there, base. All right, T5s. So this is my base, my farm. Very simple. Obviously, get rid of all the mist. All right, good question about the metals. That's actually the second thing that this email had asked, so we'll get to that. But just very simple to understand about getting to the nuclear research to try to then get to T5s, all right? So HQ, obviously, you got to keep bringing that up. Got to get your lab. This is my farm, so bad example, but get your lab to 21, which, if you don't know, requires your Hall of War 21 and the prison that's hidden right here to 21. And then in the mist over here, you get your nuclear lab. But that's after you get past, correct me if I'm wrong, 23. HQ 23. Which, sorry. You need to get to the bottom of this page and unlock this anti-radiation barn. A la doom. So you get past the anti-radiation barn. Your HQ 23 will then tell you that you have a second thing to do. That is producing 300,000 T4. Once you've created that, you can unlock this and get HQ 23. And then from there, your nuclear lab will open up. And the nice thing about that is, as you're gathering, you'll start to get nuclear resources, which then will allow you to get yourself up to HQ 25, the rest of your buildings, so forth and so on. And obviously, once you unlock T5s, boom, you have uranium and you're off to the races. So T5 is not too hard. It just, again, just like getting to T3, T4, it has its own separate grind. T6 is a whole nother story. Let's not even start on that one. So the second one here is what metals to have and how many of each type. So, and the same thing about metals. So there's two schools of thought here. One, because we're a new zone and it's hard to play like the big boys, I would say if you're under a certain level, play old school. Old school medals are this. So you have your 3 spots here. And what you're going to do is you're going to line up. Actually, let's do this a different way. Just as a walkthrough on this. Let's go into the medals. So in your medals, the one thing I will say, if you go all the way to the bottom, all of these, all the way up through your cannons. So once you get to the top of your cannons, sell them. Upgrade to level 4 or level 5 and sell them for diamonds in the free market. You'll never need them. So doesn't matter your setup. The way it works is, let's say if I'm helicopter, you want helicopter attack. You need helicopter attack. If I'm tank defense, I'm going to want tank defense and tank health. So start combining all these to the higher level that you can get to, right? So I said tank defense, right? I'm going to take all these and promote them up till I get to this level here, where I'm looking at 3 of the 4s, 2 of the 5s. For me, at this size, this is perfect. The reason being is, I'm going to go back to my officers, go back into here, and now I can load up my medals, but you want to do it across everything. So it's, when you're looking at all your officers, as you can see, you want to have a tank defense in this spot. Oops, I'll click on it, silly. This spot, this spot, this spot, this spot, and this spot. So everywhere. The highest ones you can have, and have 5 of them. And then you're going to do the same exact thing for helicopter attack. 5 of them across the board. And then tank health across the board. When you get to level Tom 50 and you open this open slot here, you're just going to do the same exact thing with the helicopter attack, tank defense, and tank health. And boom, now you have 6 medals. And as you upgrade, you keep shifting the ones that you have a little further up so that you can always have the highest medal that you can have of those. Okay, so getting medals, they're all over the place. You can go the shooting event, tons of medals flow your way when you play the shooting event, but you got to play the advanced to get the better ones. Day to day, they're going to pop up, and they're going to pop up in like your daily missions. When you do rebels, when you do this radar mission that's new, as you level this up, you'll get a lot of goodies from there. But ultimately, when you can, the free market that's here down at the bottom, you're going to rack up your dimes, and then you're going to buy them. And you'll buy what you need. Now, this is step 1. What I highly recommend is not to sell any of your SUV anything, tank anything, or helicopter anything. Because as you get bigger and your comm level starts to go up, you're going to want to convert yourself over slowly. And the conversion is that you're basically doing health for everything. So your tank, your helicopter, and your SUV are going to be all health. Now, if you play the zombie event, there'll be an exception to that rule because you are gifted all medals, they call them. So all health, all tank, all attack, total defense, all that kind of stuff. So you can spread those out and help increase everything. So you're going to play a little bit of a dance and use extreme defense to test. I will swap out officers. I will swap out medals. I will move things around. And by the time I get to the end of it, I've peaked everything that I can peak. Because I've already done everything for arms race. I've done my research, built troops, done all that stuff. Now it's time to set my base up and get it ready. Okay. Yes. So that should answer your question of where to get medals. Obviously, there's events that you can purchase and other things like that. I think they have like a monthly medal thing for, like, in the US, it's $100. You get tons of medals every day. But again, not everything has to be paid for. So, but that's a simple understanding about how to do officers. Officers, you need to spread out for your attack and your defense. And if you can, try to get the officers where you get both attack and a defense. It brings your numbers down a little bit, but it spreads it out better. All right, so that's that. Again, any more questions about medals or anything, let me know. So I'll probably say the conversion from going from type 1 to type 2. I'm going to say definitely after COM 50. Maybe start pushing maybe above 700 attack. Start shifting yourself over. Maybe not all at once, but start shifting yourself over to more health. Just remember, health keeps your troops alive. They must survive. Attack is you're going at something. Doesn't matter if they're coming at you or you're going at them, but that's where the attack comes in. And defense, with your formation of troops, is going to defend when you're attacked. Save your primary attack unit. Yes. Okay, so what Doom's asking here is about your commander. Okay, so obviously we're talking about officers, okay, or lieutenants. This guy right here, here's your commander. As we play extreme defense, you're getting skills. When you open those skill boxes, what you're doing is you're getting these, which allows you to then help. So right here, SUV firepower, this is my attack. I maxed it out, getting an extra 40% towards that. So you'll go through here, and again, if I'm using the tank defense, I'm going to want this one because I'm going to want 40% extra HP for my defense unit that's protecting my attack unit. So this is a prime example of having the right commander for your right setup. You always want to try to get more health towards your defense unit, but a decent spread across them all. Okay, so Sanji, you're asking about formation. So we'll talk formation. I always say go here. It's a great place to understand. It talks about formation, right? So this is where you're going to set yourself up. As you can see, I haven't done anything with this. You go here, this will explain to you how it works. Your tank is best against your SUV. SUV is best against helicopter. Helicopter is best against tank. Cannon, best against defense. So when you're setting up, generally speaking, your defense, so going back to the same example, helicopter attack, tank defense. You always want to cover your unit. Cannon is a freebie. So you should always have on base some. Doesn't matter. Could be 100, could be 1,000. Just it doesn't have to be a big number, but just have some. What I do sometimes though is change up my how I have it set up versus my attack. I might bring over. Actually, what am I doing? I'm gonna do this. I might scrunch it over here like this, or just completely shift it just so it's different. You don't want it to be the same, because if you attack somebody and then they see your formation and then they send back to you, you want it to be a little different just so that they're not at their peak for attacking you. Obviously, if they scout you, they can see your formation. But you should, if you can, scout them, see their formation, and change this accordingly, because the best is when you're rivaling their formation. But when you don't know the answer, protect your attack unit with your defense unit and send a couple, 2, 3 cannons. So you get basically like a freebie round, because they're going to have to kill your cannon, even if it's 1 round, before they can carry on. So it gives you a freebie round. So anti-scout, what they're going to do is they're going to attack you and then read the attack and figure out what your formation is, so that they can change their formation and come at you again. Again, if you're really small compared to them, it don't matter. It's just at that point it's brute force, and you're going to have your baseline attack. When you're trying to attack somebody bigger than you, maybe they have a stronger unit than you, you want to optimize your attack. So you'll want to change your attack formation to actually fight against their formation. And again, here, just follow this. Remember, their primary attack is tank. You're going to want it to be helicopter against their tank. So you'll change your formation to match up to theirs for their opposite. All right. Formation is something that you just need to kind of work on and figure out. And over time, you'll just real quick remember what is against what. But formation is important. But again, if you're way stronger than who you're attacking, it ain't going to matter. It's just brute force at that point. You might be able to save a few of your troops going to the garage or being lost, but the number is not going to be enough for you to take your time to do whatever to change it. So you're asking how many troops to send. We were just talking about this one the other day, and an easy formula somebody was throwing out there was like a 2-1-1. So defense being the 2, and then, ratio wise, double what you're sending as your secondary attack, primary attack. You want your defense to be more. Just remember, your defense unit is protecting everybody and everything. Doesn't matter if you're sending that out or somebody's coming to you. So you want to protect. You need that defense. So, let me see if I have what I have troop wise. Nope, no troops. I'm gonna try to get a connector for my phone, and that way I can show you on my base. Obviously, I can have certain things set up. But you want to have more defense ultimately. So you're going to send twice as many tanks as you are your attack and secondary attack. But in there, depending on your troops, you're going to want to have meat. You're going to want to have T1s, or as you get up into T5s and T6s, you're going to want to have T3 or T2. It just depends on who you're attacking. Sometimes you can just go all T5, send it in, and it's not a big deal because they're weaker or they're smaller. what I do on the next round is I'll get my phone working and I'll show you how I have my setup, and then you can kind of figure it out from there. But the one big thing to remember is this default box right here. Let me just repair this real quick. Bam. Camp. All right, so default box. This is, hey, what's up, man? Welcome. This is a very important thing. This is a memory save. So set it up where your primary attack is here, or, you know, over here. Over here could be like when you want to send occupiers. It remembers what you have saved. So if I change this, you see the star? It's remembering how I'm setting this up. So I'm going to march it, recall it. And then, even if I mess this up and do this, if I go back here, boom, there's my setup, what I just told it to do. So this is great when you're in battles and trying to do things, because you have that setup, you figured it out, that 2-1-1 ratio, or whatever it is for you that works best for your setup. Bam, I'm going to hit that, and every time I'm going to get what I want, and I can just send it. I don't have to sit here and try to mess with this. You know, you could use 5 for setting up 100,000 T3 to go occupy. I do radar a lot. I send 50,000 units out. Bam, there's number 4. These things right here are very, very important. And you'll find that this will come in handy when you're trying to help rain people, or, you know, sending out for adding to rallies. You know, my setup is different than yours, but I need tank and helicopter. You could have one of these preset just to send me what you have of tank and helicopter. So these come in very handy. And what's great about them too is if you add a march, great, the word just left my brain. You know what? Now I got to look it up. Capacity, the march capacity, sorry. So if you do a march capacity increase 25, 50, even 100, it takes what you have saved in here and bumps it up to match that 25% or 50% or 100%, and you don't have to do anything. You could just hit click and launch, and it remembers ghosts. So if you set your ghosts in here, and later on, you know, your aerial fortress, and also, yeah, aerial fortress. Yeah, I think that's about it. So if you hit boom, it's gonna set all your specialties. That's right, your specialties will be here. It'll set all that up for you, and hit a button, launch. Now you're attacking. So very good thing to do. Very important thing to use. Set it and forget it. All right. Also, if enemies have the same formation like me, I need to change formation. You need to change it so that you are now attacking that formation. Because if it's same to same, then you're just going number to number. So you want to opposite yours so that you're actually fighting against theirs. So, obviously, please ask questions. I go look up some more here in the meantime. Okay, so that was that one. So let's go. So a big one. I have multiple in here from Ice, and who else was asking? May. I think somebody else too. You guys are asking about ghosts. Let's run through some ghosts. See what I have in here actually. Boom. Okay, so ghost buildings. Just to run down through real quick. Captain storage over here. Your markets and everything over here, so you can, you know, all your shards and pieces and bits and dog tags and all that kind of stuff. The radio, important. Obviously play the radio. Trick, they say, is to let these numbers grow, and then come the events, doing times 10s on whatever they're promoting or whatever. But let's clear these out real quick. So the other thing about the radio station that's important. Yeah, man, awesome. Can't wait. Questions in the comments. Come in the game and ask me questions, whatever. Some of them are old. Some still stand. So this summons right here is important because if I'm missing some Reaper and I want to, you know, try to get something leveled up or something, if you have these, you can come in here and utilize them. I'm too small, but you'll get either purples or gold shards. And every now and again, you'll get a complete gold, which is always good. And substitutions is great because I can go, you know what? I don't want this captain, this Reaper. I want a different one. If I had substitution orders, I can go through until I find the one I'm looking for so I can do an upgrade. Ooh, 5 a.m., man. Good night to you. Appreciate you stopping by. I really do. I'm going to do another one. I'll try to do more daytime for you, I think. Or at least evening, I think. But we'll figure that out. Thanks for being here. So the substitution can come in handy when you're trying to get the right ghost to do upgrades. In here, supplies. Always check it. Right here, I have a purple waiting. I have not enough of the artifacts yet, which I'll show you some of that. You know, items that you have, these are good to know. Gear, very important. I'll show you all that. So if we come in here, we go to the market. Couple things I highly recommend that you do is obviously, you know, try to get more advanced contracts as you can with your blood diamonds. Select orders if you need them. I always come in here and I always get these. I let them stack up, and then eventually I go in there and I just play tons of rounds and get tons of stuff. Gold chips if you can, because they have events for that. The hidden gem is down here though. This is a freebie once a day. You get whatever it is. You give 80, it gives you 135 back, 134. It changes, but it's a freebie. Beat it and get more back. Obviously, if you need any of this stuff down here, you can, but I never do, to be honest. Secret store is a good thing. As you retire officers level 3, really should be the only one you're retiring nowadays, you get these, so you can just get what you want. Flea market. Always check the flea market. Come in here and look at this. Dog tags for XP. Don't do it. But I have XP for XP. 13k, I get 14. Doing it. Again, 13k for 33. It's not a lot, but it's something. Oop. I get a little prize if I want. More XP. Now this is, you know, tags for that. Nah. If it was, you know, tags for tags, sure. But you'll see all different ones in here. Until these numbers get really huge, I don't start using dog tags for XP or whatever. After a while, you just get so much, it just doesn't matter anymore. And if you do get to the point of playing the rank competition, what is it called? The rank captain's area. Yeah, this one here, captain's ranking competition. You can play your stuff over there. I recommend going in here and trying to do the trial as best as possible, as far as you can. Get all the good stuff from there. Auto battles. Come in here, clear this out throughout the day. That's great for your missions. clean the battlefield. When you're small starting out, use your blood diamonds. Get all this. Rank, get as much as you can. Later on, I just do the freebies. VIP or not, I recommend just going through and doing these. It's always great to get the shards and all this other stuff. It sucks to have to go through it all the time, but trust me, it is worth it as you're building up. You get, I think, VIP 3, you can just hit the button and it just does the raid. Ghost Recon. Highly recommend doing the Ghost Recon, upgrading everything. You get free stuff every day. Depending on the day and your level, there's extra ones that you can do for like every other day. So again, you're just looking to get more stuff so you can always keep upgrading your officers, or your captains, sorry. So all that stuff is very important. And yeah, I hate this siege thing. Ghost Battlefield. Every week, I set it up, go to attack formation, do 4 rows or as many as you can, and 2 days later, you get free stuff. We don't win, we're not big enough yet, but you get free stuff. With Ghosts, you want as much free stuff as you can get. So make sure to sign up for that. Captain's Arena, I'll do that another day. But for what you're really looking for is in here, but we go here first. Appoint officers in here. Get the boosts. Unit production speed. Like if you have this, 2 troop queues. Construction speeds. Somebody attacks you. Like there's tons of stuff. Then we get down to the ghosts that are awakened. There's just tons of different things you can do in here. It's worth doing. Battle bonding, very, very important. Try to get these these captains and activate it. First activation, this is what you get, what you see. As you're doing it, they're going to want you to star them up. So from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and you continue to increase your boosts in these categories as you go all the way through. So highly, highly recommend this. I already have like 3 or 4 of them, like at least first stage, one of them 2 stage. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, but it adds a lot of boost. All right, captains. So you can see I got tons of captains in here. It's telling me I can upgrade tons of them. First thing I do, go to retire. And just make sure I don't have any 3 stars. If you do, click on them, retire them, get the benefits from them. Gold. You want to keep all your gold until you've battle bonded everything. And then you can just kind of pick and choose. You see a cog, it just means that you're using it in the appointed area. Start down here and start taking your 4-star purples and make them into 5-star purples. Go to the star up section and it says you need 7 of them. If you do this fast select, it'll grab 7. Or you can come in here and you can do it yourself. Right? Boom. Now you have 7 of them. Star it up. As you can see, I have 5-star. Next move would be to take it to 6. I'm up here. As you can see, I have 5-star. But if you notice, I'm not leveling them up. Officers that I don't plan on using, don't waste your dog tags, your XP and what are they called, eplets or whatever. Don't waste them because you don't have to level them up. For me to bond these, it's not about the level, it's about the star ranking. And if you go into anything here, it doesn't ask on this one, but if an officer asks, or sorry, a captain asks to be leveled up, you don't have to have a like multi-star, if you will, like, or sorry, multi-level. You just need the correct star ranking. So I can use a purple Reaper to upgrade this Reaper. So that's like the biggest thing, is to just come in here. I try to do more like for like. That way, if I have to upgrade a purple 5-star to a 6-star to help a captain that's gold, I just try to stick with like the same one for a little while if I can. You know, so let's, like this one here. I'm just going to come in, do a fast, boom. I don't have any more of the dooms I can do, so here we go. Fast, star up. Gather all this material. Fast. Oh, don't have enough. 6 or 7. That's it. So I can't actually upgrade that one. Let's try these Reapers. Fast. Start up. So now I can do these ones. Fast. Star up. All right, so no more red dots. So I've upgraded my 4s to 5s. As you can see, I have a bunch of them. See the same ones? If I needed to, I could do a star up of this. 1 of her. 4 others. And don't use the gold to update, or sorry, to star up a captain. Don't do that. That's bad. But now I could take this one and make her a 6-star. And next obviously would be 7. So now if I have any of these that require, you know, these Reapers require a 6-star to upgrade, I can use this. I don't have to use a gold. Now, when you have an officer that you want to use, that's when you level them up, right? I'm at the max right now at this star level, but you're going to use them, star them up. I'm waiting to use this to, let's see here. I have 1 purple that I could use. I have her there, and that's one thing you'll have to use gold for. They want at certain levels the same captain to do the update or the upgrade on the stars. That's where you'll use your gold captains. But basically you just keep them here and keep them growing. As you upgrade your building, your holding place. Hey May, welcome. Your holder, like the holding, will grow. But you could always use your blood diamonds to go, yep, I want it to be bigger. And that way you can hold more. What I do is I start doing all this stuff and wait, and then there's a captain event, and then I start doing a lot of things with it so that I get all the rewards with the events. But just remember, don't level up captains you're not going to use. Only star them up, and that'll help you with your bonding and also upgrading the captains that you want. Use your purples to fill in the gaps that you need to upgrade. Don't use gold unless you have to upgrade, because it's a requirement. Now, the one thing about captains to know is this right here. There's a ranking per captain based on usage from everybody. So you can come in here and see all different types and see who's the best, who's the worst, according to usage in different areas as well. So she's number 2 for captain, but in hidden units, she's number 1. Trial grounds, she's number 2. So it's always a good thing to understand, and it does fluctuate, so don't always look at it as the gospel. It does change, but overall, you'll know. So I hope this helps with simple upgrades and utilization of captains. The only other thing I'll show you is the equipment. If you're using a captain, the equipment is very important. I always click on equip all, because it usually the best of these get equipped and the correct of what you have gets put in here. The artifact, they call it. So in here, you can change it obviously to a different one. But the important part about this is starring it up. Go away. Go away. You want to make this artifact stronger. And you do that by clicking on these guys and you put them in here. I always do it in chunks and star it up. And then you get these. I let them build up and I'll show you why. I'll do it again. Boom, next level. We got more. Do another one. Oh, not enough. Go to those manuals. Bring it the rest of the way. Boom. Keep going. Should be one more, and then we're max. Boom. The, was it gold or yellow, gold, and then the reds, you could do more stars, but now this is maxed out, giving me max information, or max attack, crit change. So does your formation need a certain type of ghost, like helicopter defense needs a certain ghost? So think of it this way. Ghosts fight first. Total ignoring all your troops. It's a pre-battle. You start there. So take the ghost battle and treat it like troop battle. You want the right ghost to fight the right formation of what you're going against. So when you're fighting somebody's ghosts, rotate it around, and the same rules apply for formation. And where is here? No. How'd you do that? Sorry guys, hit the wrong button there. Freak everything out. Back in here. Where is this? They have a layout just like the formation building that I showed you, of how ghosts fight. It's the similar thing, but obviously they look a little different. I'll think of where it is here in a minute. So captains, formation for captains, they fight. Depending on your win-loss of that, it then helps your boost levels for your troops. You can gain. It's always a gain. You're ending at 100%, but it could be 101, which is nothing great, or it could be 130, 140, higher. So you want your captains to win to then give you the boost that you need for your main set of troops. Then your troops fight separate from your ghosts. They just get the benefit of the they get the benefit of the boost from the captain's battle. So hey Gates, got everybody coming in now. So yeah, that's the basic on ghosts. Obviously we can go a lot further, there's a lot more, but I think that's a good maybe top overview. So always try to make your ghosts win to help boost your troops. Your troops are in the right formation and have the right amount, setups, everything else, and they're off to the races, hopefully winning that battle. I'm looking here. Obviously, again, any questions, please keep putting them in there. Let's see. I had another one in here. All right. STD was asking about boosts. Starting up captains we did. All right. Here we go. Boosts. You have to understand where they all come from. Ranking. Okay, yeah, we'll go back to that real quick before we get into the boosts. So click on here, go in here, click on any one of them, and this is the ranking. You can click on that, and then it shows you depending on what you're utilizing them for and what types. and they're all here. This we'll get into again next video or something like that. Again, there's a lot of crazy information in there, and that's where you can get like super technical and then take your ghost formation to a whole new level. So, but good thing to know in there. Here. I feel like somewhere here. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, generally speaking, sure. But again, there's some that have just extra boosts and benefits that, you know, again, that page I showed you. Click here, here, this kind of stuff, you know, like it's telling you that, you know, it's a front row ghost. You know, these are what they should be partnered up with, recommended gear to make this one the most strongest, you know, what the abilities are here. So I'm just saying there's like a lot of information, a lot of breakdown. Then there's, you know, the abilities that they have as they get ranked up. This is at the level she's at. So again, there's a lot. But in the handbook, rotates around. This is kind of a tail. Right, there it is. So brand new. So I think it's hot, but it's not being used very much because probably not many people actually have it. That's why it's not very high up in the ranking. So I don't know if I would trust that one 100%. Come on. There you go. But let's use this one as an example. So 9. And again, I know this one's rotated. Before it was, I looked at the other day and it was down to like 12. So they move constantly. All right. Let's get out of here. For some reason this thing's slowing down, being weird. All right, so boost, you got to know where boost comes from. If you ever wanted to get a list, you know what? I'm going to have to rotate arms here. The other one is being a little weird. Boom. Got it down. So if we're looking at this one, you go to your HQ, boosts. Obviously, you can come in here and you can see some stuff. May not make 100% sense, but this is telling you where you can get boosts from. Commanders, research arms, skilled research, tons of different places, right? So you need to look at all those avenues, and there's a couple more that I don't even see here. I think they wrap up into one. But Commander, first and foremost, getting all those boosts there. Each one of your lieutenants, the medals that they have. Hang on one sec, everybody. All right, so lieutenants, medals, and then if you notice this right here, the technique is another little odd one that you can add in as you get officer research done. So that'll get you some more. And then go down to wingman. Obviously, as you get your wingmen and level them up, they also. But when you enhance them, you have all these unlock categories. Those can be used as positive or negative. Usually in attack, they're negative, but you can use them to help you with research, true production, stuff like that. as you level up your wingman to 27, you get up all these added on. And that's really where you get your negative buffs from. So those are very important. Obviously, you come in here, and that's how you're going to fill that in. So, other little stupid things that you don't think about. You come in here. These also, as you get these decorations, they also help you in positive and negative ways. So when you see people with decorations, you got to know which ones will actually hurt you. Some of them are just pretty. Some of them, they mean business. Tank attack boosts, you know? That'll hurt. But same thing goes for bases. Some bases, when you do the decorations, it comes with higher capacities, higher boosts. So decorations are another place. Obviously, research. Very big, very key. Battle Angel. This is something we'll dive into a little bit more. A lot of details there. But these modules, as you add them up for combat, research, construction, whatever it is, they come in very handy to help boost you up. Buildings. Hey, KB, what's up, man? Buildings help with certain things too. So look at your radar. Go in here. Your radar helps you see what you want to see. And then all of a sudden, you get to 21 and beyond, and you're doing a negative attack. My cat's trying again. So negative 7% against their attack. I mean, that's big, right? So look at your buildings for help too. Captains, like I said, your captains winning, they add a boost to your overall troops. We already went over medals. Let me look at the list here because I feel like I'm missing one. Captains. Oh, titles. Yeah, if you're given a war minister or something like that. Glory Renaissance. That's another silly little area here. This building. This requires HQ 25, but as you glory up your buildings, you actually get more boosts. On my main base, I'm up to 15% added to my attack. Hang on one sec. Sorry, my damn cat was trying to break into the office. So yeah, HQ 25 really starts to unlock some interesting things for you. Another thing about technique down here, you can learn about it down here, but this is where you're going to combine them and upgrade them. Same thing like metal. You have 6 officers. You want to break them up so you can have your attack boost all the way across. Another silly thing is when you have your red officers. See this specialty here? It's another stupid little boost that you don't think about, but that specialty can add a lot. You get to choose what you want it for, and then you can upgrade it to like level 5, and it really does help. So you'll pick what you want, you'll set it, and then upgrade it, and the boost will go with it. Not every officer has it. I'm gonna use... Oop, I missed it. Nutcracker does not have a specialty. You know, there's others, but that's another sneaky little place to get some extra boost. Yeah, I have it on my phone. So I'm gonna try to get a thing so I can have it on the display, so we can see what it looks like when you're inside of something above HQ25 and doesn't have damn fog. So another stupid little thing is your prison. You have a single prisoner, depending on the level of your prison. That's another area of boost as you're in battle. Yeah, there's a couple others, but those are the general ones. Big thing to know is just research, officers, medals, wingmen, battle angel, and now, that's right, I forgot, the fortress, which sits back here. Aerial fortress. So, hey, you're very welcome, and don't worry, we're going to do it again. A couple more, so thanks for being here. Change up the times a little bit, so yeah, that's basically it. Do you guys have any other questions for today, at least? Wasn't trying to make this a long one, but definitely wanted to get through a couple things. There's battling techniques, there's setups that we can go over. Again, more upgrading stuff, how to set up your base. So yeah, there's a lot of different things that we can go over. Oh, the freebies. Yes. Go back over here. Always come into here, into your market. Scroll to the bottom. This one's once a day. You give it 80, it gives you 134K back. It's no brainer. Come to the flea market and look for matchups. XP for XP, 12.5 for 32.5. Boom. Dog tags for that? Nah. XP for dog tags? Nah. So I just skip over them, but dog tags for dog tags? Yep. Boom. So I just go through there. This helps you when you're starting out. You just need all those little bits that you can get. So these refresh. I just go through a couple times a day just to make sure I didn't miss any and get freebies. After a while, when I have like 100 million and whatever over here, I don't worry about it as much, but I still do it because if I have an officer that I have the opportunity to upgrade 3 or 4 stars, I might need a crap ton of this stuff just to quickly level it up. So it's like my daily grind of missions, radar, and ghosts. Any other questions for today? Sometimes this delay kills me. Wish YouTube had a shorter delay like Twitch does. This is a prime example of how to ignore it for a long time, as you can see. But there's no, I wish there was a button. I could just go click, boom, done. Well, like I said, for me, I plan on doing this for you guys a couple more times. I have, next week I have travel to do. This weekend is my wife's birthday and Father's Day. So for 2 weekends, I can't do a Saturday early day one that I was hoping to do. But we will get around to it, and that way more people can participate. But I do appreciate everybody being here, and obviously I'll chat with you guys in game here shortly. But till next time, I think we're going to end it for today, and think of some more questions for me, and let's start a list. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bon voyage for now. Thank you.